senoritas and senorotos. Hello and welcome to Idiot Danzell Inefficiency of Time. And we're back with more whys. In the last episode, we found out that Adol and the group of monstrums are homunculi. The Crimson King is passing away because his body's unstable. Because they threw out there just because they can. But in this episode, we're going to find out what they're going to do with the Crimson King. Are they going to put it in another body? Are they going to put it in the same body? Is Adol going to be the one person? Is it going to be one more Adol again? Maybe that's how it is. I don't know. But what do you know? Stay tuned and find out in this episode of Hello, Adol. It was. The name is not Hello, Adol. Hello, Adol. Maybe that's why they handed him in. Maybe that's why that dude handed Adol's body in. It's nice to finally meet you.
It's our first time meeting, but it doesn't feel that way. It's like you and I have been connected all along. You felt it too, haven't you? I envy you for all of your adventures. What a life. The danger. When was the last time you slept in peace? Why keep doing it? Why do you still want to be an adventurer?
You are Adol. You should even know that. Do you have to even ask?
No, I suppose I don't. I know why you'll never change. If you don't light a fire, it'll never go out. If you don't make decisions, you'll never be hurt. But you'll never be deterred. You'll keep going until your last breath escapes you. In you, there lies a hope that guides you, and everyone around you toward their dreams.
And that's just what I plan to do. There's so many places I have to see.
Yeah, just the thought of it gets your heart racing, huh? I have a favor to ask. I wish I could go with you. I'm afraid I'm running out of time. Still, I can't let it end here. Adventures are still waiting for us. So I ask you this. Take my power and my soul. Take them with you on your journeys. Adol Kristen.
Okay. Final chapter. No, the game. This could be the final chapter of the game. No. Well, it says the final chapter. It is the final chapter of the game. Am I in the dandelion?
You're awake.
Yo, Aprilis, what's up? Have you been here the whole time?
Yes. It was Dr. Noah's first time performing this procedure, so he cautioned me of its risks. I thought it best to stay and be sure you were all right. Incidentally, I believe this is the first time we've spoken, Adol Kristen.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
Then you must be aware of what happened to you.
Adol the Red certainly is perceptive.
Dr. Noah.
The adventurer Adol Kristen and his homunculus the Crimson King. Within you resides both of their souls. To be precise, you were originally one person, and now you've become one again.
Do you feel the Crimson King's consciousness and the power you inherited?
You tell him the pact you made with the Crimson King.
So that's what happened.
A conversation between souls during fusion. That is fascinating indeed.
Dr. Noah is Zola's assistant, but he has since joined our cause. He was the one who fused both of your souls into a single body. Forgive me, but this was the only way to save the Crimson King's life.
Actually, I can't thank you two enough.
No.
I thought you would be angry with me. You're a very strange young man. He looks to be adjusting well enough. Shall we begin preparations?
Yes, Dr. Noah is right.
Preparations for what? Fusing the others back together.
I was planning on telling you after everyone had arrived. And it seems that time has come.
Adol! You're all right.
It's good to see the procedure was a success.
I suppose introductions are in order. That's right. That makes this the first time we've met, right, Adol?
You tell the Crimson King still lives on in you, and you treat them as you always have.
I didn't think you could do something like that.
At least I've got something to show for leaving home.
Can't wait to hear all about it.
Long story short, you're the same Adol we've always been friends with. Thank goodness. Yes. My worries have been assuaged.
You didn't call us just for this welcome back party, did you?
Before I get to it, there is something I need to tell you all first. It concerns Zola, the one who created all of us homunculi.
About time you told us who he is, and how you two know each other.
That man... No, the alchemist, Zola, is...
He was a young noble who served Rosvita during the 100 Years' War.
The memories came back.
You've regained more memories?
Yes. Some returned when I saw this room. If Zola served under Rosvita, then they must have known each other a long time.
That reminds me. There was a guy standing next to the saint in that painting. Is that the guy you're talking about? He's just a kid now.
With alchemy, he was able to turn back his youth.
Yes. The 100 Years' War was also a proxy war between the gods. Glia had the blessing of Grimnir. Ritai was blessed by Luki. But the roaring flames of human war eventually ignited the realm of the gods. Divided between the two sides, a war of their own erupted. Ultimately, Grimnir and Luki both fell at the other's hand.
Is this the Twilight of the Gods from the Norse religion?
Yes. Because of that war, the gods that once blessed Glia perished.
That's terrible. Then what is the Grimwald Nox?
You said the gods used the Grimwald Nox to contain and purge the monsters.
Even without the gods, the Grimwald Nox still creates monsters from human emotions. So now, it falls on humans to eradicate the monsters born from them. But after the 100 Years' War, many Glians were overcome with grief. The monsters manifested from them could no longer be contained by humans alone.
What happened then?
That is when Zola intervened.
Okay.
After I was executed, he resigned from the military and returned home. He secluded himself and became engrossed in his research to the point of obsession.
So that was when he began learning alchemy.
But why did he do that?
To bring back Rosvita.
Thought you were smarter than that, kid.
Papa wanted to revive Rosvita. He respected her as both his commander and the woman he loved. He sold his land and used his inheritance to devote his life to his research. He would often isolate himself in his lab for days at a time without food or rest. The outcome of his blood and tears was...
It was me. I was born from his work.
That's such a sad reason. Yeah, I never would have guessed.
Zola then reappeared from isolation as an alchemist. He proposed a plan to the Glian royal family, who was overwhelmed by the Grimwald Nox.
So that's why.
Only beings of exceptional strength and skill are capable of suppressing the Grimwald Nox. They are doing the gods' work, quite literally after all. Zola's proposal involved the creation of a homunculus army. The Glian royalty, out of time and other options, accepted his proposal.
So that's how he built all of this.
As you know, homunculi are created by replicating existing humans. When the royal family sought candidates in secret, a handful of people volunteered. Yes. The volunteers were my comrades who fought alongside me in the 100 Years' War. You are the homunculi of the heroes preserved here in this lab. The homunculi who have been slaying the Lemiris in secret, maintaining peace in Glia.
And centuries of this conflict brought us to today.
Yes. If the homunculi warriors were injured or killed, new ones were created. Zola even transferred his own soul into homunculi in order to continue his research.
That's it. That's why he's so young.
Then he gave his warriors gifts that bound them to this land.
That explains what the curse is.
I had no idea.
Why were we adopted or given to orphanages then? Was that the case for all of our predecessors?
No. Zola and I raised the homunculi ourselves. But 15 years ago, Zola disappeared. Your predecessors had perished, and you were all much too young to fight. That is why I made the decision to suppress the Grimwald Nox alone. I had no other choice but to entrust you to the people of Balduq.
So you've been fighting alone then?
So then, what has Zola been doing?
Shortly before he left, he said he had discovered a breakthrough in his research. I've no doubt it's the magnum opus he was speaking of, and he's still working on it.
There's one more thing that doesn't add up. Where did you come from? Saint Rosvita was tricked by Bertai's army and burned at the stake. So explain to me how the hell you were created.
Kratos' right. Our bodies were preserved.
Papa can fabricate more than just objects and flesh. He can fabricate human souls as well.
I do remember him saying that.
His time with Doll.
My soul was the first prototype that he successfully fabricated, using the doll belonging to Rosvita as a relic. Papa placed my soul into it.
Huh?
That's pretty shocking.
Yes. I had the same reaction when I first remembered it, but he had a reason for it.
He needed to put the soul into something I held dear to learn more about my past. From the memories he learned from Anemona and a lock of my hair, I was created.
What?
Now you're telling us he can create people from nothing but memories and hair?
That's a lot of power for one man.
Right?
500 years.
Now we know why Aprilis and the rest of us were created. But what about Adol?
It must have something to do with Zola's magnum opus.
I don't have the answer to that question. But Zola has a deep desire for Adol's copious experience as an adventurer.
Could it be possible that the strange monsters and primordials we have witnessed in the prison were designed based on Adol's past adventures?
Oh, shit. There's no mistaking it.
You've got quite the fan, Adol.
I suspected that was the case. And if Adol says so, then it must be.
I'm worried.
Worried about what?
Isn't there anything we can do to stop Zola?
There are many things I need to ask him, but nobody knows where he is. There's also the matter of a certain event that's about to happen.
And what's that?
Full moon.
Balduq will soon be hosting its Victory Day festival for the 100 Years' War.
Victory Day Festival?
It is an annual event. A day that celebrates Rosvita and the reclamation of Balduq.
About that time of year again, huh?
Yeah, I suppose we were too busy to remember. But what does the festival have to do with anything?
Judgment Day.
The scars left by the 100 Years' War still run deep through this land. Once every year, the Grimwald Nox becomes the more dangerous ultimate Grimwald Nox.
Even more dangerous?
Now that is a celebration I can get behind.
Victory Day is in 3 days.
We do not have much time.
Zola is a threat, but the ultimate Grimwald Nox is a more immediate concern. Before that time comes, you should all take this chance to return to the city and rest.
I think I'll do that. I'm exhausted, mentally and physically.
Yeah, we've all been through a lot.
Adol hasn't enough.
Could use a night to let this all sink in.
I will investigate the Grimwald Knox and Zola's whereabouts. You'll hear from me if I discover anything. Until then, rest well.
Adol's still got things to do. 3 days. Not even then. There was still no word from Aprilis. 3 days. You can't just skip 3 days like that, man. Jesus. Oh, you dyed your hair again? Why? You know, is this technically he's no longer on the run? I don't see the point of dyeing your hair again. The hell are we supposed to do now? The Victory Day Festival has now arrived. Did something happen to Aprilis? I don't know, but she's never this late. Yeah, she puts on a static facade while she works herself to the bone. Dad might know something where she is. Where is Dr. Noah at present? Your guess is as good as mine. Waiting around isn't my style. Ah, it appears you're all here. Parks? We still have to find... Oh, it's Parks' friend, the guy that gave an Adol. Looks like the warden friend pulled through. Things are quiet down outside. With the knights revolting and all, things could get out of hand quick. It's times like these when festivals are the most precious. Dogi and I went for a little stroll and observed high spirits all across the city. I must confess that I resist my opinion of our dear warden. Really? I guess he is a hard worker. I still can't get over the fact that I couldn't tell that you weren't the real Adol. Who would have thought that you were a homunculus the whole time? I mean, don't worry. Well, actually, I wasn't worried at all. I didn't even know it wasn't you. Looking back, I guess I had a weird feeling, so I guess that explains it. Adol must have been a homunculus by the time I first met him. Speaking of which, I looked into a man named Marcus you informed me about. I was very pleased to learn that he was indeed the friend I've been searching for. Well, good for you, Parks. He was with Adol in the prison, right? Yes, but unfortunately, our current situation curtails me from getting to see him. If that is so, then it is great importance that our objectives is successful. Then does that mean you're leaving? Haha, I would never do something so churlish as leave without repaying my debts. Moreover, I wouldn't miss witnessing you save the city for the world. Don't scare me like that. Well, we still haven't heard from Aprilis yet. Why don't you all enjoy a stroll around the city? A little break couldn't hurt. A break? Hey, that's a good idea. The entire city's out and about right now. It's worth taking a look at, Adol. I suppose there's nothing to be gained by waiting around here. I do not object. Also, the bulletin board looks like it's been filled up again. You could kill two birds with one stone and go get some requests out of the way too. All right, let's quit kicking our heels and get going already. New quests on the bulletin board. Oh, Adol, an urgent request came in on the bulletin board. Have a look before you go, alright? Also, someone joined the crew while you were out. Why don't you say hello? Someone joined? Adol and the Crimson King's items have been consolidated. How much money do I have? Yeah, so much. Adol! You've become weaker than Krisha! No! That is not allowed! That is not allowed! Adol, my boy! No! That's fine. Now, hey, what's up? Adol. Dreaming about me. Krisha is sleeping. She seems to be restless.
Please don't.
Adol. Yo!
Adol? Good morning. Oh no! Did I fall asleep?
Sure did. Looks like you were tired.
I'm sorry. But what a relief. I had a dream that you left somewhere without us. But then I woke up and here you are.
I can't leave, remember?
I know, but you're gonna leave when the curse is gone, aren't you? I've been doing my best to help everyone break the curse. But when Zola told us we didn't have to fight anymore, I was sad. It was this curse that brought us together. What if it was actually a blessing? I was afraid that if this blessing went away, you wouldn't stay with me anymore.
And, I'm touched, but adventure calls.
I'm sorry, Edel. If only it would never end.
Huh?
What? Did I say that out loud?
Yep.
Well, oh, I know! You've got to slap me, Adol!
No, I can't do that. Settle down, Krisha. Settle down.
I can't! First I fall asleep, then I start spouting nonsense. I've got to pull myself together. Toki said that nothing makes for a better pick-me-up than a good slap on the cheeks. So please, Adol.
Pat Krisha on the head. That's the one.
That's not what I meant, silly.
I can't slap her. No one can slap her.
Too nice, Adol. But that's what I like about you. I've been feeling out of sorts lately. You fell unconscious. My sister was taken. And on top of that, I'm still having trouble believing that I'm a homunculus. But I'll keep my chin up. You helped me realize how brave and strong I could really be. And because of that, I finally gained Father's approval. I have to repay the favor. I'll do my best to help you too.
I expect great things, Krisha. Great things. White Cat's boom is now reached max level. I expect great things. Oh yeah, but oh, that's who joined, huh? Well, I met Rusty. So this is your secret of fortification, huh? Why didn't you tell me about this place before? Thanks for busting me out of prison. By the way, I wouldn't be here if you hadn't. Glad to see you again. Hey, that's what I said. I heard about what happened, but are you really yourself, same, Rusty? If you are, then I got no qualms, but about working together with you. And there's a little matter of my personal mission I need to carry out. Maybe I'll tell you all about it one day. Fare thee well, Rusty. Xavier, okay, he's the one that joins us. Yo, Anemona got her memory back, and now we know the truth behind the monstrums and the Nox. It's about time. We've been chasing shadows for longer than I care to admit. I guess we'll find out today what Zola's been scheming all this time. That's why my dad left. Speaking of which, there is one request I think will shed some light on that.
I see.
The conundrum is tonight's grim world, is it not? I have witnessed it once before, not long after I gained assault. Had I not leveraged the full extent of my gift during the Nox, I would not have prevailed. Though we have yet to hear from Rosvita, let us steal our efforts. Are we gonna call her Rosvita from now on? Well, hello you all. Ah, I see, Adol. Hi. Please excuse us, I hope you don't mind our visit. Sorry, Adol, I didn't know they were coming again. Hey, you three, we're super busy today, so can't take earlier this time, okay? Oh, don't worry, we're here as customers today.
Huh?
You are? I don't remember giving you any 3 allowance lately. Felix gave us some money this morning. He said we would be allowed to see you at work as long as we were customers. It just, ever since the festival started, we haven't been able to spend much time with you. Yeah, we're rich now, so we're gonna make you cook for us. We've always have to listen to you, so let's see what you like taking orders for a change. You three are impossible. Oh no, you're going to make your sister cry, aren't you? What? Was something I said? Alright, you're valued customers now. Order as much as you like, good sirs and lady. And don't forget to thank Felix when we go to the night market later. Okay. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll just quickly do the missions. If I think it's important enough, I will show you guys all of it. The situation's in. And apparently we're at the point where we're gonna destroy the homunculi. And we're now contemplating should we do it.
We're at 32 Warren Road, Mordialloc.
It sounds like to me that you can't bring yourselves to accept the truth. But open your eyes and this whole dilemma becomes much easier. Good to see you again, Monstrums. As for you, Adol, it's been a while. You're the guy from before. You can just call me Marcus. I'm the acquaintance of Adol there. I see now you're the one Adol was working with in the prison. Then that means you're Parkin's friends too. So you're the mysterious client. That's right, I am. You're an adventurer, Adol Christian. You of all people should understand. These homunculus were made from limares, all sorts of Gallian and Roman alike. There's no telling what kind of evil they could be used for outside of these walls. What are you trying to say? I'm saying that there are people of extraordinary talent and skill. Every one of them has the potential to plunge this world into chaos. Besides, homunculi shouldn't even exist in the first place. So what to be done with them in the end? Let me give you a hint. What did you do? It disappeared. Each of the containers come with an emergency fail safe installed. One that is activated makes certain that the contents are properly discarded. Then the other containers, you already activated that fail-safe crap for them too. No, stop this! How could you? What I'm doing is unforgivable. Believe me, I know that. But as someone who wishes for peace on this continent, I can't let this go on. You didn't have to take it this far. Actually, I'd say he did. If anyone else stumbled into this facility, nothing good would have come from it. Despite times call for desperate measures. Right? But he hardly even gave it a second thought. Just who is he exactly?
Now then, Monstrums, what do you say we finish up my request?
What?
But you already killed all of the homunculi.
There's just one more to go. This one.
You cannot mean... Wait, so you're also a homunculus?
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? What was his name? Shadowlard? I don't know when he created me. It was probably when the real me came to this prison for an inspection. But it doesn't matter now. Would you oblige me at all?
I can't.
I thought you'd say that. That's why I brought someone else to convince you.
I wish to ask this of you as well, Adol.
Parks? What are you doing here?
I recall Parks mentioning that he was friends with Marius.
Marcus Claudius Germanicus. That is the name of one of the most celebrated, revered people in the Roman Empire. Marius is, with all due respect, a homunculus of that man.
What?
It all makes sense now.
What makes sense?
What are you talking about? Marius is a homunculus of the current Emperor of Rom.
What? He is?
Damn.
If you're his friend, then who are you, Parks?
I regret I had to keep it a secret from you all. But my real name is Lindheim. I was formerly only a cardinal of the church, but now I am also Governor General of Glia.
But
Damn!
supposed to be missing?
And I wasn't gonna record that?
Cardinal Lindheim.
Technically he is
I
missing.
knew you weren't just some old man, but I can't say I saw this coming.
When I went to inspect the prison, I saw an inmate who looked just like His Majesty. I thought my eyes were deceiving me, so I investigated as an undercover prisoner. But I had no idea he was a homunculus.
It was my fault you went through all of that, Lindheim.
Nonsense. It was my choice. I couldn't turn a blind eye to His Majesty. Even if you're not precisely the same person. I figured Adol needed to hear this, to understand your reasoning.
I believe Shadowlord has some kind of control over me. After we escaped, I knocked Adol out and returned to the prison with him. In the same vein, I think it prevents me from ending my own life. I may not be a real Imperial Knight, but it'd be nice to go out like one. That's why it needs to be you, Adol. You're the only one who can do this.
You know I can't say no.
I owe you one, my friend. All right, Adol. Don't hold back.
Marius's body is glowing!
Yeah. It's been fun. Adol. Can I say one more thing before I go? In your adventures, you save people's lives. You lead them. Give them courage. You discover the unknown. And little by little, your actions change the world.
I still don't see why I have to kill him.
I'm sure, Adol, that you'll come to understand the meaning of this someday.
I hope so.
I have no doubt that you will. When you find the answer, tell it to the real me. Will you? I'm sure that wisdom will help the world find the one who's behind this. You have to stop him. Thanks for being my friend, Adol. We had a good run.
Adol.
Thank you, Adol. That may be, but I feel as though I owe it to you regardless, both as your friend and his.
He was one hell of a guy, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
The one who's behind this? He must have known about Zola.
So he was the Emperor's...
I had no idea that you were the Governor General, Parks. I hope we didn't do anything to offend you.
Of course you didn't. And I'm the one who owes you an apology. Forgive me for keeping this a secret from all of you.
You don't have to.
I hope you will find the sincerity in my words, despite my prevarication. I'm very glad to have met you all, though I wish it were in different circumstances. With that, I should also be on my way.
No.
Yeah! The dandelion never would have been possible without you.
You're the one who started it, Governor General or not.
And I believe it would be in your best interest as Governor General to see this through.
It is handy having you around.
And maybe you could keep those nosy soldiers in check. Well, not that someone like Belger would pose much of a threat.
You are all very convincing. Very well. I shall remain at the Dandelion, though I may return to my office occasionally to tend to my many long overdue affairs.
Have you back.
Yes, likewise. But are you sure about this? My allegiance lies with Rom.
Of course we are. To us, you're still Parks, not the Governor General.
I understand. I shall be sure to remember that.
Well, you just did kill your friend, bro. Damn. Warlord Elixir. Oh, it's very, very good to have, but very steep price on it. I'm sorry I didn't trust you, my friend. I'm sorry. In the time it took me to complete this game, my beard grew out again. This place looks fancier every time I walk in. Guess it's not all that when you're living in a big-time doctor salary, though. Well, Jules, let's go see what your mom has to say. Yeah. I'm back. Just a second, I'll be right down. Well, well, look at you, Jules. You brought all your little friends home with you. Come in, come in. Oh, you'll have to forgive me for the not tidying up. That's okay. Sorry for not telling you we were coming. Ah, your mum is just as sweet as she, isn't she? I'm jealous. Sweet is what you call it? It's called caring. Loving and caring. Oh, yes, yes. I did spot someone in the town who just looked like your father. But it didn't take long before I lost him in the crowd. I didn't want to disappoint you if it turned out I was mistaken, Jules. That's why I didn't mention it. I hope you can forgive me. It's nothing to be sorry about. That said, how did you know I saw someone who looked like your father in the first place? I figured I had nothing to lose asking the Monstroms for help, but, well... Oh, I get it. That's just how powerful our mother-son bond is, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, sure. More importantly, this man you saw was over in the Central District, right? That's right. I believe it was just on his way out of Belduke Central. But there were so many people there I had to end up losing track of him. It'll probably go down as the biggest mistake of my life. I see, so there truly are people out there who cry boo-hoo-hoo. Anyway, if Dr. Noah really did leave for the from the cathedral, right, all we have to do is ask her if someone saw them. Let's go, Adol. Oh, and dear Jules, if you happen to run into your father, promise you won't force him to come back. What? Why? Because I trust him. Your father would never leave us without a good reason. I may not know what or why exactly, but that much I can say for sure. There is no way you can know that. Oh, but I do. I'm a lot more perspective than I look, you know. You should never underestimate a mother's, especially not yours, young man. Now, promise me, Jules, alright? Damn. Damn. Mama's got reasons. Mama understands. Okay, let's go punch Dada. Let's go punch Daddy in the face. Is that when we're gonna do those openings again? What's her name? I was not expecting to be up here. He is done.
Got one.
Waterfall. Boop. Is he inside the cathedral? Must be inside. This is Balduke's Cathedral of the Hieroglyph Church. Right. And the last place that Jules' father, Dr. Noah was seen coming out of. Oh, good to see you again. Ah, Father Ralph. Thank you for coming. Ah, and it seems you've brought Credo. Let's move somewhere else, more private for our discussion, shall we? How did you know we needed to talk? Yes, I know Dr. Noah well. He's the one who would call whenever worshippers fell ill. However, I regret that I don't know if he's come to the cathedral lately. That's okay. Sister Mel, would you happen to know anything? I'm not sure if he's the same person you're looking for, but I recall seeing a rather strange man here just recently. Do you remember anything else about him, by any chance? He came by asking to see some old medical records. The church keeps all of its records from the past, you see. I remember him because I thought it was such an unusual request. After I procured them for him, he pursued them as if it was a frenzy. Sounds like a lot like Dad. And where did he go after that? That's another peculiar thing. He said he had business at the ancient shrine outside town. I thought he seemed like a doctor, but maybe he was just an archaeologist. An ancient shrine? Maybe Noah's shrine? Yeah, most likely. And we've been there before. Okay then, time to relive some fond memories. Ufa. Mom said that we didn't need to force him home, right? Then our work is done, isn't it? We know he's alive. We're not going to force anyone to do anything. But we're so close, you can't quit while you're ahead, Jules. Huh? You two need to have a heart-to-heart. Wasn't that one of the nails in your coffin? Ooh, she's got him. Where's this one? I'll just walk out. It's fine. I'll just walk out. If I have to kill a couple months, you want a piece of at all? That's what I thought. Oh, you want some too, Miss Senor? That's what I thought. That's what I thought when I looked at you. I was like, you ain't surviving. That's exactly it. Do you need to know how to get inside, buddy boy? Oh. The light was really bright in my eyes. Where are you, buddy boy?
An opportune chance to rest.
Why have not been unlocked before? You!
Dad.
Yo, buddy boy.
Jules, how did you know I was here? Is there something you all needed to speak with me about?
It's been a long time, so I know how difficult it is to see her. Either way, you know Mom's never going to stop looking for you.
Ah, so she did see me. I should have been more discreet.
If you don't mind me asking, Dr. Noah, what are you doing here?
Ah, right. Do you see this plaque behind me? Inscribed on it is a record of diseases throughout history. I came to see if I could find anything useful.
Oh, I see. You were looking for a way to cure Jules.
What?
Am I really that transparent? Still, this might be a good opportunity for me to explain everything to you all. You deserve to know what happened.
So, Daddy's explaining all these little secrets. No, sit under a tree. No, a picnic.
It was many years ago, long before I knew anything about homunculi. I came to learn of an institution that fostered war orphans. That was where I first met you, Jules.
I was a war orphan?
Yes. Aprilis had entrusted the four of you to that orphanage. She couldn't take care of you on her own. It was her last resort.
That's understandable.
Indeed. It was in that orphanage where we met Jules. You should have seen how happy Pamela was. After all, she couldn't bear children of her own.
Mom couldn't have children?
Unfortunately not. But I know that she loved you more because of it. The years after we adopted you were the happiest of our lives. When you became ill, it devastated your mother. That's when I promised her that I would find a cure for you.
Dad.
One day, in my desperate search to find a treatment, a man approached me. That man was an alchemist named Zola.
Papa.
He told me who he was and asked for my help in his alchemy research. It was then he revealed to me that you, Jules, were a homunculus. I thought that if I helped him, I would eventually find a way to cure your disease.
I had no idea. But why did you have to leave us?
The hero you were created from suffered from the same disease as you. I surmised that the hero's body would lead me to more clues about the disease. However, Zola kept a firm grip on his research. As a condition for becoming his adjutant, I was forbidden from leaving the prison.
Dad.
It's not your fault, Jules. Being sick isn't ever anyone's fault. Believe me, my deepest regret is leaving you and your mother without saying goodbye.
Jules, there's something you've been wanting to say, isn't there? You don't have to wait anymore.
Yufa.
Dad.
Punch.
To tell you the truth, there were many things I wanted to say to you when I saw you again. I wanted to tell you how much I despised you. How much I hated you. But now, how could I say any of those things?
Jules.
Thanks, Dad. For taking care of me. For being my dad. And for trying to find a cure for me.
Jules.
As a doctor, it would be imprudent of me to be too optimistic. But I'm progressively coming to understand your disease. There's still a chance for a cure. I will do everything in my power to save you.
Dad.
I get it. It's meant to be heartwarming and everything. I just don't feel it.
Good thing you two finally hashed it out. Hey, by the way, what kind of research were you helping Zola with exactly?
I was looking for ways to extract memories from a person's soul. That research allowed me to create the primordials and monsters from Adol's memories. I imagine Zola plans on taking this research even further.
Even further?
But what about Shadowlard? I thought you two were working together.
You must mean how Shadowlard gathered those with desirable talents in the prison. That was Zola's plan all along. He was merely using Master Shadowlard. Zola was the one who truly needed them. In spite of that, he rarely shows himself in the prison nowadays. I'm afraid even I don't know what he planned on doing with them.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't anything good.
Zola is an unforgiving man, if his treatment of Shadowlard was any indication. But if you asked me if he were evil, I wouldn't be able to tell you. He sincerely believes his actions are just, regardless of the implications.
You mean he's a whack job, the kind you stay away from?
That may be true. I admit, I have my fair share of blame for your hardships, Monstros. For that, I apologize. It was the least I could do to make it up to you.
Technically, you didn't.
But I don't expect to be forgiven on that alone.
Dad.
I've got questions. It's got loopholes and things that I just don't understand. I can't make.
My son is fighting his best even when sick. It's only right that I work just as hard. After it's all over, we'll go back to how it was. You, me, and your mother. Crimson King. No, Adol. Zola is profoundly fascinated with you. You have no reason to trust me, but I suggest that you be careful. Now then, it's nearly sunset. I'd better return to the prison. You'll have to excuse me.
Dad, you be careful too.
Yes, I will.
Okay, so that just gave me more questions and... Okay.
Hey, good for you, Jules.
Yeah, thanks. I should thank you guys too.
We're all happy for you, Jules. Your dad is a good person
I believe there is much I can learn from him as well.
That would have been better off if the dad was still evil. It's not that I feel bad for Jules or the dad, it's just... I've got... Like, it said Adol, you saved Adol. No, you saved the Crimson King, but you didn't really save him, you just put him back in his real body. But then you still kidnap people. Well, Master Zola did. You still kidnap people, you made homunculi of everybody else. The dad said he had no reason, no understanding why he was doing it, but the reason was so that the homunculus could keep fighting while everybody else gets to their day-to-day life, I'm guessing. But still, it... So it wasn't your father I saw after all. Yeah, unfortunately not. I could have sworn I caught a glimpse of his face and all that, but I must have been mistaken. I suppose it was time I finally threw in the towel on this. Oh, now, don't go so glum, chum. I don't know how it all went, of course, but I imagine I can hazard a guess. Your father just isn't quite ready to see me yet, is he? Mom. Thank you for humoring me, Jules. The same goes for the rest of you as well. It isn't much, but I'd like you to have this. I appreciate your kindness. Of course, sweetie. Think nothing of it. Now, I suppose I ought to get back to cooking. See, I've been working on a special little festival day treat for everybody. I may stop being by to deliver it later, so try not to spoil your appetite. We won't. Thanks again, Miss Noah. Ever since my dad said he'd come home someday, I've been keeping it from my mum. But I guess she figured out that we were hiding something from her anyway. Seems so. Call it a mother's intuition. I wonder if that means Dr. Noah might be able to come home sooner than we thought. With a wife that's understanding, I bet she's even fine with him with all the alchemy. Damn, Danny. Alchemy stuff. I'm not so sure about that. Either way, whether or not he does is entirely up to him. If it's when I take Mom's feeling into account that things get a little more complicated. I know what you mean. In any event, now that we've reported back, shall we attend to our remaining matters? There is no more remaining matters. Everything is done. Well, that takes care of all the urgent requests we had, but April still hasn't gotten in touch with us. I do wonder what's going on with her, but waiting around would only be a waste of time. Let's return to the Dandelion for now, and see if there's anything else we can do. There must be. Okay, so, I know, it seems like there should be a lot more to this. Like, maybe the wording or something like that? Where have you been, Adol, my darling? My heart nearly turned into dust waiting for you to come home to see me. Maybe I've over-dramatized it a tad. Did something happen, Shantae? Yes, you see, there I was looking all over the bulletin board, as I always do, and there was a request from no other than our friend Warren Belger. Belger? Can you believe it? I thought at first there was a joke in poor taste, but as it turns out, it really was from Belger. What did it say? According to him, there has been sightings of rare monsters on Estelle Road. Tell him to do it himself. He's got grunts with swords, right? We're not pest control. Do not be so quick to dismiss it. There is something particular about this. Strange monsters. Perhaps the research wing has something to do with this? That's true. Maybe that's why he's asking for our help. Knowing him, it would have, unless he was desperate. Might as well humor him. The Highcliff Knights are a bit irritated at the moment, being on probation. Poor guy must have been scrambling to keep up with them. There has been an influx of tourists here to see the festival, and they might be encouraged. We also received a similar request from Carlot for this reason. Adol, my darling, would you consider it? We have to go before someone gets hurt. Oh, be still, my heart. Do be safe, dear. Okay, the game is alright. I like the game. I enjoy the game. Things like... The only thing I think that certain way they speak, the way the game plays out, it could have just been a bit more better. Like, not that I'm not saying that it's not a, like, it doesn't need to be a AAA title. Like, the game is perfect as it is. I'm being over picky about it. The reports indicate the presence of an unnatural beast in the vicinity of Estate Road. Right, we should try stay active as we make our way down the path. Assertive. Looks like they decided to save us the trouble. These guys are particularly common pests around here. Then let's clean them out so we can find what's really looking for. That's that. I prefer the old swords. I upgraded his sword and it just looks weird. Done and dusted, as they say. Was it just me, or did those muscles seem a little more herited than usual? Now that you mention it, it did kind of feel this, they were afraid of something. Should, everything alright? Okay there, Credo? Huh? Oh, yeah. Just almost got carried away there for a sec. What? What do you mean? We checking out, checking this road or what? Pick up your hooves already. Hey, Credo! It's just ahead. The big bad monster ahead. What are you guys doing over there? Proceeding will prevent you from being able to freely explore the city until one point. I should be fine. Everybody's top notch. Shh, keep your heads down. Those are lemonies. How do they manage to get out there? It's just a hunch, but I have a feeling these are unfamiliar beasts the warden meant. That is highly probable. Works for me. Let's send them packing. Something's wrong with Hawk. They're really weak. Why would they? No, it's not. You want to take care of this, boys? I mean, girls. She's flaming. That take care of that. Yeah, but still, why would Lemire's turn up in a place like this? Perhaps Rosvita may be able to tell us. Which reminds me, Aprilis still hasn't gotten in touch with us. Come again? This nearly ain't enough. Credo? Kill me already? What's with him? I'm not certain. This is sudden, even for him. I said, kill me already. I dare you to try. Okay. Adol, this is... Huh? Here they come! Another wave of Lemire's. What? Where'd they even come from? It's almost if Credo called them forth. We can talk about that later. Something's wrong with Credo. Oh, do I have to be... Oh, good. Oh, you swapped out my girl! Oi. Get back here. I said, oi, stay where I can kick your ass. What's wrong with you, you little schmuck? You were done with that battle. Dude. Dude. Something's not right. This is hard to watch. Burrito? Huh? What's going on here? Did I do all this? Indeed. You appear to be enjoying yourself quite a bit. Huh? What happened to you all of a sudden? Yeah, that was extreme, even for you. Again, huh? It's like you already know. I got a tendency to get a little worked up when I'm fighting. But for a while now, I've been having a hard time holding it back. When I thought, just when I thought I was in perfect form today too. So you're saying this has happened to you before? No, not to this extent. I'd completely lost all sense of reason until just a bit ago. Guess I'm no different from the Meliers once I got it like that. Rito. Well, now's the perfect time as any. I'll be dropping out for good from here on out. What? Now, hold on just a second. Dropping out for good? You can't even do that, can you? I'll fight my share in the Nox, but for me, this chummy crew crusade ends here. Besides, you saw how I was back there? We're all better off this way, right? All I wanted to was to give that Zola guy a good whooping in the kisser for anyway. No one's stopping you. Yeah. I'll let you have the honors. Catch you later. Wait. Can you believe him? Acting as it's nothing. Actually, I think he's been ready for this ever since he realized that it was happening. Knowing him, I bet that he just chose to keep quiet about it this entire time. I know he did. That's the part that pisses me off the most. Kratos not exactly the best person, and he's incredibly scary too. But isn't there anything we can do to help him out at all? I don't know though. There's a researcher in the cathedral. I see, me neither. At the very least, we have managed to successfully fulfill the warden's request. Perhaps we should return to Balduke for the time being. You're right. There's not much we can do for him now, even if we wanted to. Let's go back to town and we can figure out what to do from there. Well, he's gonna go out of control again and he's fighting the guards, I guess. That's what I'm assuming. Oh, does he actually get to finally fight at all? At all. Rosvita, where the heck have you been all this time? The Victory Day Festival is about to begin. My apologies. It turned out I had more to address than I originally anticipated. I can see you taking care of Lemire's that escaped me just now. It was almost as through something had been luring them outside. Wait, you were chasing those Lemire's from earlier, Aprilis? We did end up defeating them, but Credo, did something befall him? I see. So that's how it went. What do you think we should do? In all technicality, nothing. He will be summoned to the Grimwald Nox nevertheless. That's true, but still. This impending Grimwald will be as informal as I anticipate. The fact that the Lemire's are appearing in our plane of existence sets to that. Our time is running short. Credo must compose himself sooner rather than later. How much do you know about Kratos, Rosvita? Given he was originally a comrade of mine, I'm fully aware of what kind of man he is. Allow me to tell you what little advice I can give. You, Adol, are the key of resolving this. I am? That's right. Only you can bring Credo back to his senses. Now then, follow me. What? Wait, where exactly are we going? To the arena. To tame the Pharaoh Hawk, of course. So I'm gonna fight him. Adol's gonna fight Credo. Thanks for stopping by. I wanted to make another stop, but the whole damn town's panicked about this whole festival. You there. You appear to be quite skilled. Perhaps you would honor us with a match. Don't make me laugh. I thought I told you to get out. I'm out of the group. Besides, I can't fight you even if I wanted to, thanks to this horseshit curse. He's right about that. He was, up until recently. Adol is, in a sense, no longer the same Crimson King he once was. That, coped with the power of the Berserker, is enough to lift the particular restriction. Berserker? Simply put, it is now possible for the two of you to cross swords. You don't say! Well, now you're talking! But do not misunderstand. Losing yourself to the depths of darkness is no way of victory. You must awaken to the truest self, Credo, to who it is you are. Don't know what you're saying, but as long as I get to But as long as I get about with His Majesty, I don't really care. And about you shall receive. I prepared a venue, follow me. Ooh. Oh, Credo, Hawk. Oh, see, I called it the Colosseum. Two monstroms fighting it out. I don't think I've ever seen the Colosseum so vacant before. Yeah, though it won't be for too long. The Pendleton Company had this time slot blocked out for us particularly. Carla did that. Well, actually, it was my father who helped out this time round. Wow, talk about family connections. Everyone, they're starting. Oh, this I'm excited for. The both of you are prepared, I trust. I, Aprilia, shall bear witness to this battle. I won't hold back. With your tears, maybe. Well, let's see, Your Majesty. People please his way out of this one. Enough. Stand ready. That power? He intends to begin with it? I can only imagine how long he's been waiting for this. Are they really going to be alright, you think? It's going to be hard just to stand here and watch them duke it out. It's not in our place to interfere. We must leave this matter to Adol. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but I ain't showing you a lick of mercy. Begin! Oh, okay, this is what I've been excited for a while. Come on, buddy.
You're both so strong.
Come on, you two. Give it your best shot.
Come on, Hawk! Buddy. Hawk, buddy. Oh, okay. I thought it was a bit too easy.
Satisfied after this.
I still do not understand why it is they are fighting.
That was cool, buddy. Oh, this is a match for the decades. That's 2 rounds. That's 2 to me.
With the next strike, this will finally be behind us.
Wasn't expecting that. how it is, buddy. Hawk, buddy.
You're as good as I hoped. Nothing beats this feeling. You don't think we're finished, do ya?
I'm just getting started.
That's what I like to hear.
They're still at it. They can't even hold their monstrum forms anymore.
Those two never cease to amaze. This reminds me of how Kratos was when he first fought Shadowheart. No, I think he's even more determined now.
Because it's Adol.
Oh,
What is it, Krisha?
is it just me? Or is Kratos' darkness starting to fade?
Huh, maybe it's because he's not in his monstrum form anymore.
No, it's because I'm tired of him out. Oh, winner! Adol.
How about it? Are you done yet?
Like hell I am.
Ah, he done.
You've got to be kidding me.
You're done, buddy. You're done.
I can't lift a finger.
That is the consequence of succumbing to the darkness without knowing how to control it. But it's impressive you've lasted this long while carrying it inside you. I suppose you have Shadowlord to thank for that.
Huh? What are you on about?
For a long time, your only goal was to defeat Shadowlord. Your determination offset the negativity of your darkness, helping you maintain a balance.
Okay.
When Shadowlord was killed, your goal was no more, and your determination faded. That's when the darkness regained its control over you.
It makes sense.
That's the biggest pile of bullshit I've ever heard.
You are a homunculus of a warrior known as a berserker. Their strength and darkness were two sides of the same coin. Does this sound familiar?
Oh, yes.
Since I was a kid, I was good at just about everything without putting in much effort. For a long time, I didn't get how people could be dedicated to anything. But that all changed the first time I got myself into a sword fight. The fear and thrill I felt as I eluded death with every swing of my sword. And then the ensuing euphoria after surviving the life-threatening ordeal. For the first time, I felt alive. I had finally found meaning in my life. Not long after that, I watched Sister Lisa die right there in front of me. After that, things changed. I started challenging strangers, anybody who could put up a fight. I could only feel alive when I was staring death in the face.
Contrary to what you believe, you're not a fighter, Kratos.
What'd you say?
Being good at everything made you feel like nothing was worth dedicating yourself to. But then you finally found something. Something you couldn't pick up right away. For the first time, you felt the desire to improve yourself.
A desire to improve, huh?
The satisfaction you feel stems from overcoming your weaknesses. This instinct is the very darkness inside you, and the source of a berserker's power. There's a thin line between conquering the darkness and being conquered by it.
You're not making any sense.
At this very moment, as you lie there helpless on the ground, what do you feel?
Pissed off at how I didn't stand a chance against him.
If you were truly angry, would you be smiling?
I'm smiling?
Perhaps you feel like you found what you were looking for. You might even feel gratitude toward your opponent.
Huh?
You must have felt the same way after you lost to Shadowlord.
I was grateful to him?
Warriors like you need a fair fight where they can realize their fullest potential. As long as you understand this, you will never be swallowed by your darkness again. Things are often simpler than they seem. You need only to change your perspective. Dr. Noah told me something. He said that Shadowlord and Sister Lisa were childhood friends.
What?
It's possible Sister Lisa asked him to watch over you. I am as much to blame for placing you in that orphanage to begin with. I'm sorry, Credo. For everything.
That's a whole lot of jabbering just to embarrass me. For someone they call a saint, you sure are a pain in the ass. I give up. You win, alright? I guess I can stick with you guys a little longer.
Good. Welcome back. I have you to thank, Adol. Now, we can face the Grimwald Nox as a complete team.
It appears all is well now.
Yeah, except for his dirty ass.
Worried.
Word how? I was beating him to a pulp.
Hey, how's it feel to be dragged home by Mommy after running away?
Come closer and say that again.
I'm just happy that Kratos back.
Yes, I think we all are. I need to speak with you all about what's to come. Let's continue this discussion at the Dandelion. Adol, would you please carry Credo?
Would you enjoy that?
A million years.
What's the matter? Big boy Quato can't walk on his own?
You little shit. Enjoy it while you still can.
Always happy to help.
Okay, I like that quest. That quest was good. Like, he's been saying it from the very beginning that he wanted to fight Adol. So, to finally see it come to fruition, oh, that was good. Even if it was an easy fight. Even though it was easy. Okay, it was a really easy fight. I didn't expect it to be that easy. That was too easy.
Why does it have to be the Victory Day festival of all days?
It's the day when the monsters are most active as a result of their amassed enmity. Monsters are more vicious today than any other time in the year. It's a testament to how deep the scars left by the 100 Years' War really are.
100-year war with a 500-year-old curse, huh?
And now they're overflowing into our side.
Civilians will be out celebrating. We'd best exercise caution.
Yes. Tonight the Grimwald Nox will appear. And it will be like none other you've faced thus far.
How will tonight be different from the other times?
If it were just more monsters, it may not pose a great threat for you monstroms. But the truth of the matter is, we don't know what'll happen until the time comes. I searched as much as I could, but I can't be certain of anything.
So, we're going in blind.
The Grimwald Nox is nothing more than a shell that the gods created. What resides within it is determined by the emotions it has accumulated.
Like the kids said, we're going into a wolf's den dressed like sheep. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be much fun if we knew exactly what to expect.
Did you find anything about where Zola is? You mentioned that we might not have to fight him after all.
He's inside it.
Yeah, nobody's heard from him.
I doubt that coward would have shown his face anyway.
Even I do not fully comprehend Papa. He does not see the world as we do. As his prior actions suggest, there is nothing he will not do to complete his research. I am not the best judge of character, but I advise against thinking of him as an ally.
He was a remarkably adept strategist during the war and was always true to his ideals. We had more than our share of arguments because of that. We should expect that he will intervene.
He seems pretty quick to turn a blade against his allies from the 100 Years' War. Not that I wouldn't do the same to him.
So, what now? We just gonna sit on our hands until the Grimwald Nox?
But there's still the danger of monsters appearing in the city. It couldn't hurt to go look around.
Yufa's right. Either way, we'll all come back here when it's time.
Be vigilant in areas where enmity may have accumulated the most, especially places that have ties to the 100 Years' War.
Oh, please don't tell me I have to go to every single location and battle enemies.
We'll keep our eyes peeled.
So the plan is to patrol the city until the Grimwald Nox emerges.
Yeah.
The clock's ticking. Be careful out there, Adol. Now might be a good time to polish up your equipment, top off your supplies.
And do come home safe and sound, okay, my darlings? I'll have a glorious feast ready for you once you return.